right. Hello. Thank you for joining. Today I'm here with the fabulous Pat Miller with Blue Diamond Construction. Pat, why don't you tell us a little bit about you, what you do, who you are?
Sure. Thanks for having me, Nicole. First of all, it's an honor to be here with you. So, I own Blue Diamond Construction. I'm a commercial carpentry contractor. So, I build the bones of the buildings. I do everything from office buildings to residential apartments, everything you shop in or walk into every day in your community. That's what I do. So, I'm a framer. I do drywall, ceilings, insulation, everything that's on the inside. I've been doing that to this year's my 31st year. So, I am the owner of Blue Diamond now. I was formerly RPM with my late husband, and now I run the company by myself. So that's what I do for a living.
Very awesome. And you're doing lots of other fun things too. So
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about just Blue Diamond Construction. So if you're new here, I like to say your differentiation is kind of like a triangle. So what you feel like you're really good at, what you're doing that's awesome and better than everyone else, what your customers think you're really good at, and what they love about you, and bringing it together is what your competitors are not doing. And what's inside there is your differentiation. So, with Blue Diamond Construction, what do you feel like you guys are just really good at and better than other people?
So we're really good at getting the job moving and moving it quickly. That's what we're known for. I stay ahead of the schedules.
Mhm.
So we're very good at getting on the job, getting it done, getting in there quick, being ready for the, condensed schedules, being ready for inspections on time. And, my guys get in there and they get out. They know that time is money. So Blue Diamond's known for that. We're also known for quality. We don't cut corners. If something is not on the drawing and I feel it should be in there, I'll put it in there. Safety comes first. So we hold ourselves on quality as well. So that's what differentiates us, I believe.
Awesome. Well, what do you, when you talk to your customers, because I'm a
Mhm.
big fan of talking to our customers, what do they say that they really appreciate about you guys?
I always hear the same thing over and over. Pat, you're so reactive. I can call you and I always get you.
Mhm.
So if I'm not in my office, my phone gets forwarded to my cell phone. So that's one of the big tipping points for developers. I do, like we spoke previously, I do work directly with a lot of developers at this point in my career, and they're very appreciative that I'm reactive to their concerns, their requests, and typically it's last minute. But they're calling for a reason. So they're very, very happy with my reactiveness. I try to address their concerns, what they need, get them to where they need to be, any shortcomings. And, if they have somebody else that's not showing up, I'll try to help them get to where they need to be with that trade as well. So, reactiveness is what I hear over and over. I'm very reactive. I'm attentive to their requests. So, and they're very happy with that. You have to answer your phones. Some people don't answer their phones.
Oh my
I
gosh.
always, yeah,
Yeah.
I always answer. Like I said, when I'm not in the office, I forward it to my cell phone. It can be much, you got to draw the line on personal time, but your clients pay your bills, so you have to make sure that they're happy. So a
Yeah.
happy client is a repeat business, in my opinion.
Yep. Yep. No, I mean, you need to be there and they have things that move. And, if the foundations and the bones of the building aren't going up, it's not like they can make progress anywhere else. So you have to be there ready to go when
That's
they
right.
need you.
You
So
have to.
what
Yeah.
about your competitors? What are they doing or not doing that you guys do?
Well, I don't even know anymore, to be honest with you. My competitors. I don't, first of all, I never speak any bad words about my competitors unless
Yeah.
they're ridiculously lowballing numbers on purpose to destroy the industry. Then I'll say something. But
Mhm.
look, there's a lot of good contractors out there. I like to be concerned with myself. What they're doing. Obviously, in this industry, commercial, it's all numbers. The
Mhm.
low bid is the driving force of just about any contract right now. I just had a painter call me, told me he lost a job for $400. So years ago, that would never happen. But
Yeah.
it seems to be happening over and over. And it's tough times. there's a lot of work that's projected to be coming, just a little slow getting out there. So what my competitors are doing, I don't know, maybe working a little bit less, cheaper. I don't know.
Yeah.
I could try to concern myself with my company, my quality. And you're like your mom used to tell you, right? If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all.
Yeah.
So, I concern myself with where I'm going and what I'm doing. I compete against the same people over and over, and you win some, you lose some. That's all
Mhm.
I could say. I
Yeah.
don't. I'm assuming it's all about the money, Nicole.
Yeah.
So what they're doing is they could be bidding a certain job cheaper than me. Maybe they're closer. Logistically, their travel is less. Everybody's got their own territories. So I would think that would probably be a driving force of what they're doing differently than me. They could logistically do some jobs cheaper than me. So, it's just
Yeah.
part of the game.
Well, we also know that you're probably answering the phone a little bit more and a little bit more attentive than some of them maybe.
Yeah,
So,
we
eh
hope, right? That's why I just keep doing what I'm doing. I'm survived 31 years, so must be doing something right.
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, just keep showing up, doing the things that need to be done, letting people know the good things that you're doing. And you don't have to go in and this is for everyone, not just for you, Pat, but don't ever be afraid to say, this is something I'm really good at. I'm not positive my competitors aren't doing this, but I know this is a reason why my customers come to me. And that way you can really stand out because you're actually saying what you're doing that's really good. And I answer the phone. I always answer the phone,
Right.
not as opposed to, your competitors. I mean, it's a joke almost at this point that we have people that just don't answer the phone. And they even
Yeah.
when someone calls to ask if they'll take a job, they don't get a call back, like it's almost wild that we have that still in this very,
Yeah. I
communication
mean,
heavy world.
it's kind of a little bit like residential. Like they're known for not
Yeah.
answering the phones, right? People, that's number one complaint,
Mhm.
right? When somebody's getting a bathroom or a kitchen renovated, people, I can't get in touch with him. He didn't come back, and this and that. But it's starting to happen in commercial.
Mhm.
But we pride ourselves on being reactive. Like I said, and I am personally, and I don't know if it's a woman thing, but I'm very good at multitasking. I can
Yeah.
run 4 jobs at one time and I know who's got to be where, And I had a developer last week call me panicking on Friday. We have inspections on Monday and you have 2 studs to put in. I said, I'm well aware of that. I says, I'm waiting. I said, I'm going to be back. It's all about time and money. I said, I'm going to put those studs in and then I'm going to finish doing the insulation once he's inspected. So it's all about keeping everything in your mind and keeping things going because time is money. So you
Mhm.
have to put your men where they're producing
Mhm.
to make you money. So if there's a couple studs and we can't do it at the storefront, we're waiting for the cap, you're not going to put them there the next day because it's going to take them an hour to get there. They're only going to be there a half hour and then they're going to go to another job for another hour. So there's a half a day, right? Wasted.
Mhm.
When you
Yeah.
can go there on Monday when the glazier's there, you can put those studs in, have them cap it, and then you can start insulating and everything's done. And it worked out that way. It's all about experience, what you need to do when. And it's just, I'm like, all right, calm down. I know exactly what I need to do. So multitasking, if you're
Mhm.
not experienced in the process, you start panicking. You don't know. But I have a pretty good grip on what I need to get done when I need to get it done. So
Yeah.
it's important because once again, money, time is money. You have to compete. Look, at the end of the day, we're all in this industry to make money,
Mhm.
right? It's great to make friends along the way, and I've made hundreds of them. But
Yeah.
we're all in this industry to make money, and if you don't manage your time properly and your crews on job sites accordingly, then you're going to lose money. End of story. It's time wasted.
Yep.
Yep,
Yeah, and that's time where you can't be on someone else's job helping them
that's
more,
right.
so
That's
mhm.
right. You got to have
Yeah.
them be able to put them where they're the most productive, and when they're productive, they make you money. So
Yeah, yeah, and then make people happy.
yeah, yeah. And he's like, "Oh my God, I thought you forgot." I'm like, "No, I didn't forget. I know exactly what I'm doing."
Yeah,
But they don't know. They own malls. They don't know what's in my mind. I said, "It's okay." I said, "Call me anytime." I said, I'll explain to you what's going on. And it'd be, I would never forget you, and
Mhm.
everything was fine. Inspections passed and we closed up the walls. So it's just about, it's a matter of managing. I personally think that's one of the strong points of women in construction. They've got a great eye and they're great at organizing and managing.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
it. I
Yeah.
love it. Well, Pat, you shared a bit about your business. Why don't you share something that people wouldn't find about you, on LinkedIn or on your website?
Well, there's pretty much a lot about me on LinkedIn and my website, but like, let's see, we'll give you a little tidbit. People who know me know this, but what you don't know me is I like fast cars. I collect cars, that's my thing. That's how I release my stress. Yeah, you go for a ride when it's a long week. So I enjoy cars. That's my thing. Some people like boats. I like cars. So that's a little personal thing about me.
Yeah.
But I'm also a mom. My kids are, that's my private life. I have two sons. They're in their 30s now. They're older. So, I have a private life as well. We all have our own lives, right? We all
Yeah.
have families. So that's a little bit about me.
So I can't go without asking, what's your favorite car?
Well, my favorite car I sold. Not happy about it. My favorite car was my Lamborghini. Yeah,
Oh,
it was a Performante. It was 640 horsepower. It was, they don't make them anymore. If there's anybody watching, they know. So I had that after COVID, and they were just calling and calling and calling and calling, and they offered me money that I couldn't resist. So I sold it. But that was my favorite car.
yeah.
And I have a similar car to it. It's an R8. That's what everybody spends their money differently. I learned that, right? So everybody, it does. Some women like red bottom shoes, right? Some women spend tens of thousands on makeup, perfume, vacations. I like cars. That's my thing. I like to
Yeah.
go fast. So,
I
that
love
was
it.
my favorite car, but I sold it. It was a business decision. Everybody
Mhm.
says, "Oh, you don't make money on cars." Well, I did.
Yeah, you can. You definitely can.
You got to pick the right one. You got to
Yeah.
know. You got to know when to buy. You got to know which ones they're not making anymore. What's the last model of each one? They tends to help the appreciation instead of depreciation.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I like it. It's my thing.
No, I love it. I had a 65 Mustang for a long time. So
Nice
that was,
muscle car.
yeah,
Yeah,
that was my
yeah.
car.
That's my boyfriend. He's more American-made muscle car. He's got a black wing. That's a nice car, supercharged.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
he
It's
always
gonna be
wants to
fun.
race me.
Yeah. So, well, thanks for sharing about your car.
You're welcome. I don't have it anymore though. I'm sad, but
Yeah.
that's okay. It's just a car.
Mhm.
It's not what defines you. I'm the same girl, Nicole, driving in my pickup truck as I am driving in a car. So it's okay.
Yeah.
I was born on a farm. I grew up very poor. So I appreciate what I have, and I'm just the same person. I'm very down to earth. It's all good.
Love it. Love
Yeah.
it. Okay. So is there anything that you want to share with our viewers before I know we've talked a lot, right?
Oh, that's okay. Well, they can pick up my book on Amazon. So I wrote a book. It went number one internationally. So it's a memoir, but there's some stories about construction in there. So it's called Kicking Karma's Ass. It is on Amazon. It's on Barnes and Noble as well. And I think a lot of the guys in the industry read it. They think it's got some really funny stories in there. It's about life. It's got a little bit about everything.
Mhm.
It's about dealing with medical insurance, lawsuits and construction and starting over and everything. So it's a good little read. It's not a big read. It's like 200 pages, but I'd like everybody to take a look at that. I think it helps a lot of people, believe it or not. So,
Okay.
it's not just about grief because, my story is I went into business with my husband and he got sick. I took 2 years off. So, things got tough. I spent my life savings and I had to rebuild the company by myself. But,
Mhm.
it's a survivor story. It's a good story, but I think people will enjoy it.
I love
That's,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's so good.
Sad.
Okay. Well, is there any way you want people to get a hold of you or Blue Diamond Construction? If
Sure, sure. So my company has its website. It's called Blue Diamond Construction NJ, like New Jersey.com. And then I have my own website, patmiller.net. And on there, it has everything from media, press releases, what I'm doing, where I'm speaking, anything that, any awards I won. It's just a little bit about everything. And it has all my channels on there. I'm on all the social medias, the Pat Miller 11. So that's on Facebook, Instagram, and also X. So it'll tell you a little bit about me on all of those channels. And also on my website, there's a little series that we're doing. I don't know if you looked into it. It's called Behind the Blueprint with Pat Miller. So it's a good little quick, takes through people from the beginning of the job to the end of the job. Because when I was going around speaking, and some people want to know what's it like being a woman on site. So we just started doing some videos, and my communications girls kind of put them together and shows people what it looks like in the beginning, how it's cut up, how it goes together, all the different trades come in, and then it's finished and the client's walking in. It's a finished product. So it's a good little series. So
awesome.
yeah, we'll be releasing a couple more projects that we have taped. So it's fun.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much
You're
for sharing a
welcome.
little bit about your story and about Blue Diamond Construction as well. So
Thank you.
thank you for joining.